Okay, so you're not really going anywhere. You're sitting there. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a little muggy out and your phone's ringing. And it's a client. And you're going, "You have got to be kidding me. I do not want to pick up this phone call. I am getting driven nuts by my clients right now. I love them, but I have hit the unmotivation wall." Now, what does the unmotivational wall look like? Well, it's that time in life when you really do not need like an inspirational, "you can do it, champ" kind of a hustle. This is when you need to do a tactical exit. And so you avoid the burnout. Now, how can I speak to you about burnouts? Well, it's very simple. I've burned out 3 times in my 26-year career. I have literally gone from hustle working, literally 7 days a week, probably 15 to 18 hours a day, to complete and total flatline burnout. Now, this is how you get away from that because that can honestly eat you alive and it sucks. I mean, it really sucks when you hit this. So, here's one of the things that I do: minimal viable day, MVD. Sounds like something you go see a doctor about, but it's actually just a minimal viable day where you go and you do something at the bottom of the barrel. One of my other videos I talked about, the 2-day rule. This is exactly in line with that. The 2-day rule says, like, if you have a funky day and you can't create content or, follow up with a client or do a couple email sequences or whatever it is, meet that client for lunch or coffee, whatever, life got in the way and you can't do it. Okay. But if you push that off to a second day, that develops a habit. Big stinking problem. That's why the minimal viable day is so important, because what you do is you come in and you said, instead of doing like 100 emails, you do 5. Instead of creating content all stinking day, you know what? You create one story. You know what? You make 4 phone calls. You wish 2 people a birthday. I mean, I'm making up numbers here, but you get the point, right? That's your minimal viable day. And then here's the cool part: disconnect. Go do something fun. Go relax. Go for a hike. Walk your cat. Pet your goldfish. I don't care. Do something that's going to get you into a different space of mind. So the second one is aggressive outsource. Audit your life in every aspect. If you ever have that idea and you like for me, like spreadsheet, putting together a spreadsheet or building like a presentation or something like that drives me banana socks. Why? Because one, I don't have the temperament for it. 2, I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. There are people out there way better than I am at doing stuff like that. So when you have that thought of like, "oh, I hate writing descriptions or putting together spreadsheets or doing said action," ask yourself this one question: am I the only person on earth that can do this? And if the answer is no, then stop doing it. No, there's other people that can do it. Yeah, no, there's other people that can do it. Then stop doing it. It is an absolute and complete and total time suck. We're gonna get into energy vampires in a minute. That's gonna be one of my last topics. I'll get you started. I'll get started on that one. The next one is change your environment. It's called the Lisbon strategy, right? Basically, it's this. It's if you're working in an office with not a lot of windows, go get around windows, vice versa. If you want to be outside, like right behind me, this is not a set. This is where I work. I work outside, right now in life. It is glorious. I have my cats running around, the dogs are running around, got the ranch is being built out, and I can sit outside. This is a change of location. I used to be in a studio all the time. Now I sit outside in a studio. It's quite nice. So for you, take your laptop, head to a lake, go to a park, go to a coffee shop, go to a friend's house. If you're in real estate, go to a open house and sit in an open house with Wi-Fi, of course. Otherwise, it's really going to be a pain in the rear end. But you go out and you just change your environment. It's going to change your mindset. Go to a coffee shop you've never been to before. Go sit at a brewery and get a burger or a big old salad. Talk to people you've never talked to. Work in a different environment. Get curious. Change your environment. Change your state. Change your state. Change your life. It's really simple. I went full Tony Robbins on that one right now for you. Okay, the inverse goal. How are you going to set an inverse goal? So instead of focusing on what you want to gain, okay, more sales, more money, blah, 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 right? Which actually puts you in a mindset and subconsciously of lack because you're setting your mind up for something that you don't have. So it's subconscious. It's a whole lot of mumbo jumbo, but don't focus on those things right now. Focus on what you want to remove. People are like, remove? What do you speak of, good sir? It's very simple. There's a lot of bloat in everything in life. There's a lot of bloat in the federal government, local governments, businesses, personal lives, interpersonal relationships, business relationships. There's a whole lot of BS that floats around out there and redundancies. Get rid of them. Do an audit. Like I have, well, it's not going to be pretty, but I've got this piece of paper here. I got all kinds of stuff. This is just how I operate. You guys can operate on any way you want. But I write down all kinds of stuff that I'm auditing, writing down processes. I'm making a flow so that it is significantly easier to get up and do all, put out 3-4 videos a day, create it into short content, work with clients, build email campaigns, work with AI, build out next events, all these different things. I'm only telling you about like a Tuesday schedule and calendar. What does yours look like? Take the stuff out. I told Claude the other day, we had all these plans and we're putting together, all kinds of, interconnected stuff. And I said, hold up. I am not comfortable with how this is moving. So I cut out 95 or 97%. No, 98%. I gave Claude 2 tasks. That's it. Then we move on to the next 2. And I will tell you, the clarity on that is absolutely the best feeling I've had in a long time. Hopefully you guys will do this too, because you also need to write down the list of energy vampires. Remember, I talked about that. And the energy vampires are specific clients or processes that make you want to quit and slam your head into a brick wall. If you have a rude client, fire them. It is the most liberating thing you've ever done in your entire life. And if you think I'm kidding, freaking try it. You will go bananas as soon as you understand the power behind just going like, you know what? I just really do not think we're a good fit. And I wish you the best in life, but I and my services and my team are no longer available for you. But have a good one. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Goodbye, good riddance, adios, muchacho. This is once you do that for the first time, your brain's going to start resetting. You're not beholden to anybody anymore. You're actually the one that is the person that people are coming to. You're not chasing down them because you have your priorities set. You know where you want to go. It's very easy, and you don't have the people sucking the blood out of your life, out of your business goals. Okay, and then what I want to talk about is leverage. And it's artificial momentum. You can. Yeah, I guess you could use for lack of a better term, like a body double. I want you to kind of have an alternative personality, or just have fun doing something that you really enjoy. If you kind of get confused when I'm talking about that, like I do a show called Beers and Calls where I drink a beer and I do live cold calls, right? And for me, I come alive on that because it's just something I go out and I go do. One, I like a really tasty beer. And 2, I really enjoy the fact that I can show people how to do cold calls using a cold calling system, and get leads. So that's one of my outlets for me. But this has kind of been the whole, like, I want to call it the ghost in the machine or the unmotivational playbook. The number one thing is go back and remember what the heck you're doing this for, why you're doing it, and when you want to accomplish certain goals. Take away all the fluff and the chaff out of the different conversations and just start enjoying this again. When I say enjoying this again, I mean to the fact, like, you remember, like, when you sat down with whoever you sat down with, maybe just be yourself, you're like, this is a really stinking great idea. I'm absolutely going to be able to do this. And then you're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it wears off a little bit and you're like, no, because it gets hard to do a lot of this stuff because you see failure. And then all of a sudden, ooh, a win. And it all's worth it. It's like golfing, right? You get that one good hit in golf and you keep coming back for the next one. Same thing in life, guys. So there's a little bit of stuff on the whole, like, if you're just not motivated, go out there and become motivated. I know you can. I believe in you guys. Make it an incredible day. Until next time, boom. Wait, boom. Peace. I messed that one up. Love you guys. Bye.